Welcome. I'm here today to introduce the universal weed covering system, a system of interlocking panels that go underneath guardrails to prevent vegetation and weeds from growing up around the guardrails. This is a series of very short and low production videos that show how easy the system really is to work with. So I'd like to show the panel. This panel is made out of black plastic, 100% recycled plastic. The process we use to make is injection molding, and behind me you'll actually see the mold and the machine needed to make this part. Now, there are several parts to consider of the panel itself. The first thing is to know that from this part of the panel to this part of the panel is 17.5 inches. Now, that dimension never changes, but the customer can purchase this in 3 different lengths, from this length to this length. And so what you're seeing here currently is 48 inches, but we also offer 36 inches and 24 inches. Now the key to this system is these female tabs on one side of the panel and these male tabs on the other side of the panel. When put together, they interlock, creating almost seamless accordion seam. There are no gaps for the weeds to grow up through. So why don't I go ahead and I'll put 2 of these together to show you the seam. Now, as you can see, I can pull these apart and put them together. So you have about 3 inches of variation to compensate for the different distances that you'll find out in the field when they install the guardrail posts. One other benefit that this seam offers is that if I go ahead and keep the bottom of the 2 panels together tight and open the top as far as possible, I get about 3 degrees of curve. So the panels can go together on a curve. So the biggest features or benefits of this interlocking and accordion seam are: number 1, it's self-aligning. Number 2, there's no glue. Number 3, there's no daylight or cracks for the vegetation to go through. And the last and final part or feature of this panel is the end. We have these loopholes in here in which we insert rebar, and the rebar weights the ends down, and this removes the need for staking the panels down. So now you have a panel that's self-aligning, requires no glue, can adjust accordion style to compensate for the differences in the distance in guardrail posts, and it doesn't need any staking. The last and final benefit of this system is that it's lightweight. If you were to compare the weight of our product against rubber mat systems, you would find out that our product is about 20% less, or 20% the weight of the rubber mats. Now, there are some options with the mats. Now, of course, we can sell you these panels individually. However, we typically put them together in gangs of 4. Most guardrail posts are about 75 inches, give or take, from center to center. So 4 panels would easily cover that. In this case, we're going to assemble this on a guardrail system that has about 150 inches from post to post, and using 8-inch posts. So if we know the distance between post to post, and we know the shape of the post and the dimensions of that shape, we can pre-cut that for the customer here at the factory. We use a CNC machine to do that. In this case, though, because we're just doing a very small demo, we went ahead and hand cut them. So that's why it's not as clean as you would see once you purchase the product and we deliver it to you. So we cut this slot out here, and this panel would slide into a post, and the edge of that post would come up to here. Then another panel with the male tabs would come in here and interlock. There would be a very small gap, but the gap is so small that vegetation would not be able to grow up through it. and therefore it would remove the need for weed whacking, herbicides, or laying in pavement. Another option that we can do for the customer, if they're willing to go ahead and pay for the rebar at cost, is we can pre-cut these bars of rebar and insert them into the panel so that when it gets there, it's a modular assembly. So the contractor is spending more time laying down panels than paying his people to assemble them and insert the rebar. Now, when we send it, for now, it seems like it's not necessary to attach the rebar. So you can pretty much jostle it and get pretty rough with it, and it'll stay together. This whole system weighs 25 pounds, so much lighter than any other system that we're aware of that's available out on the market today. And the next step is we need to go out and show you guys how this system works and how easy it is to use it by installing it. So, see you there.